I was prophesied to be chosen as the next Luna since I was a child, so I've been fully committed to the role and have become an excellent Luna, but it was at my Luna crowning ceremony that my fiancé brought in a woman who bore a striking resemblance to me and claimed that this woman was the true Luna of the prophecy. Since then, I had been the object of ridicule and mistreatment from the community that once adored me, even as the woman is plotting to harm me. In order to survive, I had no choice but to participate in the Tyrant Alpha King's selection of Luna. There were countless rumors about him, from single-handedly defeating an entire wolf pack to his cursed and intimidating appearance. During my training to become the perfect Luna, I learned that the curse is passed down to the royal heirs. For generations, the Alpha Kings of Arpha couldn't sense or find their mates. As a result, an event called the Luna Selection was created, where all unmated high-ranking she-wolves were required to participate. However, this generation is different. Whoever is chosen by the current Alpha King will meet an unfortunate fate. Before the mating ceremony even takes place, they perish. This happens because they'd rather choose death than become the king's mate. This year marks the king's third attempt to find his Luna and mate. As the carriage jolted to a stop, Isla's command sliced through the air, making me jump. "Pull up your hood," he ordered. Miranda snuggled closer to him and shot me a mocking smile, her eyes glued to the cascade of red waves of hair flowing down my back. "We just don't want your appearance attracting unnecessary attention." Miranda's voice was laced with sarcasm. "Given that our hair and eyes are so similar, it would be awkward if anyone questioned your authenticity, especially inside the palace walls, don't you think?" I simply smiled calmly, raising my hand to pull the hood of my cloak over my head, as instructed. "I understand," I said with a knowing smile, fully aware that my compliance was only annoying them more. I knew they wanted to provoke me, but I refused to give them the satisfaction of a reaction. I looked around the grand hall, 3 times the size of the Incanidans, and couldn't help but be in awe. "Get me a drink." Miranda's demand broke my thoughts. I hurriedly grabbed a glass of water from the refreshment table and turned to find that she and Isla had already disappeared into the crowd. Confused, I scanned the room, trying to locate them among the guests. Where could they have gone? I thought. Curiosity piqued. Suddenly, I saw Miranda heading up to the second-floor balcony. Without thinking, I quickly moved through the crowd, my instincts urging me to hurry. As I reached the door leading to the balcony, Miranda was gone. I cautiously peered through the curtains and saw her with a mysterious man. "Is this poison as powerful as you said, Father?" Miranda's question made my blood run cold. The mention of poison made my spine shiver, signaling Miranda was serious. "Of course," the silver beast answered confidently, "1 drop, and the victim will vanish forever." A mischievous grin spread across Miranda's face as she gazed at the small vial in her hand, carefully slipping it into her bag. "But who's the unlucky target?" Beta asked, observing Miranda curiously. "Is it the orphan?" "No, it's Alpha Aldous," Miranda replied without hesitation, leaving me stunned as I overheard their conversation from a safe distance. "I'm going to frame that woman. 2 birds with 1 stone. Once Isla becomes Alpha, I'll be the moon goddess, and I can finally rid myself of that pest." "Helger, perfect plan, don't you think?" An evil laugh escaped Beta's lips, sending chills down my spine. I quickly and quietly retreated before they noticed, my heart pounding in my chest as my hands trembled with unease. "What are you doing? Where's Miranda?" Isla's voice startled me. I turned to face him, finding him staring at me